Hello and welcome to 2 Sharp with ET. I'm Neha Vashisht and here are the two big stories you need to know today. Trump's tariffs shrink the US GDP. S&P 500 is off to its worst start under a new president since Gerald Ford in 1974, and India's charts alternate air routes following the airspace standoff with Pakistan. Let's start with the US, where the economy has stumbled. The US GDP contracted 0.3% in the first quarter, the first decline since the pandemic. Economists were expecting modest growth, but a record spike in imports, including non-monetary gold ahead of Trump's new tariffs, disrupted all forecasts. Businesses tried to front-load shipments to dodge higher costs, bloating the trade deficit. Consumer spending stayed stable, but inflation ticked up, prompting expectations that the Fed may return to rate cuts later this year. And it's not just about growth. Job creation is slowing as well. Private sector hiring came in at just 62,000 jobs in April, according to ADP. That's less than half of March numbers. The biggest job cuts came in sectors like education, healthcare, and tech. ADP's chief economist summed it up. Employers are caught up between strong underlying data and complete tariff uncertainty. Several companies from UPS and JetBlue to Electrolux have already revised guidance downward, citing tariff-linked demand slumps. The stock market's verdict? A resounding thumbs down. The S&P 500 is down 7% in Trump's first 100 days, the worst start under any new president since Gerald Ford in 1974. Over $6.5 trillion in market cap has been erased in just 32 trading sessions. Wall Street was rattled by Trump's Liberation Day tariff blitz on April 2nd, his most aggressive trade move yet. Tech stocks and small caps have now entered bear market territory. Bond yields are surging and the dollar is weakening, and investor confidence is teetering, with many warning of recession-like signals flashing again. Now let's shift our gears to aviation and diplomacy, where India is navigating turbulence of a very different kind. India has banned Pakistani airlines from its airspace between April 30th and May 23rd. The move follows Pakistan's closure of its own skies to Indian carriers after a terror attack in Pahalgam that left 26 civilians dead. Islamabad has denied any involvement, called for a neutral probe, and warned of possible military retaliation. With trade, visas, and even the Indus Water Treaty suspended, this airspace ban is just the latest flashpoint in a fast escalating standoff. With skies closed, India is racing to redraw its aviation map, especially for long-haul flights to Europe and the US. Now, as per the current detour, flights from North India are rerouting south via Ahmedabad, then over the Arabian Sea and Muscat, adding fuel costs, flight time, and in Air India's case, even emergency fuel stops for US-bound flights. Flights to Central Asia are suspended entirely. Now there are two options. Option 1 is the Hindu Kush route, which is technically a tougher one. The government is evaluating a high altitude corridor which goes from Delhi to Leh to Hindu Kush to Central Asia to Europe or US. But there is a major catch. Flying over the Hindu Kush range requires aircraft to carry 25 to 30 minutes of oxygen due to limited descent space. Most aircraft only carry 12 to 15 minutes worth of oxygen, meaning Air India's older Boeing 777s are eligible, but its newer leased jets are not. A full safety feasibility study is underway and additional crew training will be required before any such route is cleared. A second option involves seeking permission from China to fly north of Leh, bypassing Pakistan and Afghanistan entirely. Air India had earlier used route Papa 500, which cut through Pakistan briefly, but that's no longer viable. If Beijing agrees, this could create a new strategic air corridor, but no formal talks have started yet. Air traffic congestion over Western India, especially near Ahmedabad, has surged. The Airport Authority of India has issued notices directing flights from Pune, Hyderabad and Kolkata to reroute further south. Mumbai ATC is on high alert and Rajkot Airport has been opened 24/7 for emergencies. So what's next? Top officials from Civil Aviation, MEA and Defence are in talks to fast-track route approvals. India is also weighing a complaint at ICAO citing violation of the 1944 Chicago Convention against unilateral airspace blockades. That's it for this edition of Too Sharp with ET, from tariffs shaking Wall Street to flight paths bending around geopolitics. Global risk is rewriting every rulebook. Thanks for watching.